We live in this amazing time where there are hundreds of ways to build websites, mobile apps, and other web-based projects. Drupal is just one of those many tools, but it's a special one, and particularly if you didn't choose Drupal, but have to learn Drupal for your work, it can be nice to know what it is that makes Drupal unique. Drupal was one of the first pieces of software to make it relatively easy to create a web interface for an online database. I've heard this described as democratizing data. Normal people could create websites and could also model the data on those sites. By modeling, I mean splitting up information into discrete parts, similar to what you'd do in a spreadsheet where you enter different pieces of data in different columns. With Drupal, you could create flexible content structures and then expose an interface on the web for anyone, anywhere to create content based on those structures. These days, there's lots of other tools available that support online data modeling and creation, but Drupal still does it remarkably well. In addition, getting this right early on allowed Drupal to build momentum and gain the loyalty of talented developers who have helped create a framework that developers like working with, and that's resulted in a feedback loop of better features and better tools to build those features. Today, Drupal stands out as one of only a few open source CMSs, or content management systems, that are considered enterprise ready. This is mostly just a reflection of the organizations actually using it. Many governments have standardized on Drupal, lots of universities use it, and even a significant number of big commercial entities use Drupal. Drupal has the right pieces in place in terms of security and features to allow these organizations to be comfortable using it. This isn't to say that Drupal isn't also used by small organizations or freelancers building complete web projects themselves. It's just that the number of tools available for smaller projects and teams are a lot broader than they used to be. Online site builders like Squarespace and Wix fit for projects with common, more general requirements. Social media like Facebook and Twitter fill promotional and support needs that used to be catered to by custom websites. And there's lots of CMSs using new, exciting technologies that bleeding-edge developers will be most interested in using. Drupal tends to be a good fit when there are specific requirements that can't be met by a more rigid framework. Drupal has established patterns to take over virtually any aspect of how it works, so it can be used to build nearly every kind of project. For this reason, it's often used for prototyping projects that will be evolving over time. And it's this same extendability that makes it a good fit for governments and universities that have sometimes hundreds of websites, each with different requirements and being run by teams of varying skill levels and experience. Standardizing on one technology that will cover the greatest number of use cases allows organizations to develop training and best practices. For digital agencies building web projects for a wide variety of clients, using Drupal as a tool provides similar benefits. It's a way to be flexible, but standardize on many aspects of how a project is created and supported. If you are learning Drupal because your organization uses it and you have to get up to speed, I'd like to humbly suggest that you take ownership of this learning process. Picking up Drupal skills has positively affected the professional paths of many people I've met, and it opens doors to both creating your own projects and tackling interesting challenges within your career of choice.